Everybody other than the Bucks is in second place.
No, but we finna lag because we had the worst conference record.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We're going to crank up good pick. What's going on? This is yours truly, EZDZ, one of the three for Chop Shop. I got my crew in here with me to my immediate left, my man Dade City. Walt Dizzle, what's happening? I like your bowl. I like your bowl apparel.
Yeah. You see it.
You got an NIL deal too?
Gang, Purple Rain.
You got an NIL deal too?
Yeah, I'm still working on this in the works, man. Y'all stay tuned.
You didn't bring one for everybody either, did you?
No, we ain't doing it like that. We ain't doing it like that.
At least he's honest. At least he's honest.
And the one asking the
I
question
thought that
about
was a new waste management shirt.
and the one to my far left is the infamous Greg Dawson, a.k.a. Ruff. What's happening with you, Mike? How you feeling today?
Hey, my hands like I always do.
Okay. And with that being said, we got a comedian in here, so we'll need the extra one.
Who, me?
So with that being said, man, our special guest tonight, man, coming to us, comedian, man, been doing this thing for a minute in these Bay Area streets, man. So I'm glad to have him on here tonight, man. Give a warm Chop Shop welcome to your own Marlon Maxwell. What's going on, man?
What's up? Happy to be here, man. Good to have you. Thanks for having me.
Let's get into it, man, because I know you've been knowing Dade City for a while.
Who you mean, Terry?
Oh, really?
Oh, he done gave out the government. Oh, he done gave out the government.
That came in with his little clothes on. He ready.
That's
He ready.
personal file. That's a flavor. Yeah, he might get. You better sit him down for that.
I'm looking in the hallway.
Yeah, he gave the Dade City name. You got to be. You know, Terry, you Dade City.
Hey, Terry.
Everybody don't know that.
Tanelli called me
Hey, they do now.
I never knew his real name until just about a month ago. All I knew was Waldo. They fucked around and let me hear Terry. And I said, wait a minute. Who the hell is Terry?
Hey, so let's get into it. So what got you into doing comedy, man? Because I mean, we all take different paths. So when did it hit you and say, you know what, this is what I want to do?
It never did hit me that this is what I wanted to do. I was actually at a job. I was working. I was brand new. You know, we sitting in orientation. We going through the motions
right.
for that whole little week of orientation.
Okay.
And I'm making people laugh throughout the class. And this guy was like, man, what are you, a comedian? And I was like, no. He said, man, you hilarious. And I was like, who, me?
Cap.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He said, man, you hilarious. And I was like, I appreciate that, but no, I'm not a stand-up. And one day after orientation, I was going to the car. He said, hey, man, what you got going on? I said, none, I'm going to the house. And he said, man, let's go to Ybor City. I said, all right. So I followed him down to Ybor City. I think we finna go hang out because we had done built a little rapport in the orientation. Right. And he take me to the Improv. And we get to the Improv, and we walk up to the front door of the Improv in Ybor City. And he say, hey, man, they have an open mic here every Wednesday night, and you got a gift. You should get paid the rest of your life for making people laugh. And I was like, who, me? And he said, yeah, man. He said, man, I can take you to the door, but I can't walk in for you.
Now I'm gonna ask you this. I don't mean to cut you. I want you to get back to this. Were you nervous when he told you that?
No, actually, I was floored. I was really thinking like, this dude done lost his mind. Like, I'm not that funny.
Not
like
that
we
funny.
talking about stand-up comedy.
That's what I said.
Like,
Right.
I'm funny in a setting with shooting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kicking it. But nobody's expecting you to make them laugh when you just kicking it.
Right.
You just out kicking it.
Okay. I
You
get
know
it.
what I mean?
And I think something else too though, man, is like just even like you do like the Who Me, that kind of about being like Shaq and Dade too when he got drafted. You knew he was gonna be the first pick. And everybody like the first pick, Shaquille, he was like, who me? Like, yeah, like that's what you took me back to. So let's get back to the Improv you go in.
And you know,
did you kill the first night?
actually, I did very well, better than I thought I was gonna do.
Okay.
But you know, to get back to the story, after he told me that, he walked off. And I said, hey, man, where you going?
So he left you there?
That was his last thing he said to me was, man, I can take you to the door, but I can't walk in.
Okay.
And he
all
walked
right.
off. And I said, where you going? He said, I'm going home. I got kids. And I said, so we ain't finna drink or nothing? And he was like, no, man, I just wanted to show you this. And I was like, man, I just stood there in front of the Improv for maybe about 5 minutes just looking like, me, a comedian?
What am I doing here?
So maybe about a month later, I said, man, let me go down here and check it out.
Okay.
You know, so I went down and I sat in for a couple of open mics. I just wanted to get a feel for it. You know,
Right.
I want to see what's going on with these cats up here doing the open mic. Are people booing or what?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the open mic and I'm looking around and cats going up. And if they funny, people laugh. If they not, people just table talk. Some of them going up there. I'm like, man, I can do what he doing. I know I can get somebody here. I know. I can at least do that.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? After about 2 weeks, of sitting in and just filling it out, I called up a couple of my peers, a couple of my friends, and I say, hey, man, I'm finna do this stand-up comedy thing.
Okay.
And they say, for real? I say, yeah, man, they doing something at Improv open mic. Everybody say, we coming.
Okay.
So I end up going out, and I brought a whole bunch of my friends. The place had more people than I ever had before. Just
Okay.
my peers were coming
That's
to see if I'm really finna do this.
That's love. That's love.
I ain't go.
You didn't go?
Yeah, because I wasn't messing with Waldo back then.
Okay.
No.
That's probably another conversation.
Terry.
Terry. You want to mess with Terry?
Terry didn't start really messing with me till I became this celebrity that I am now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, you got
He didn't ride with me now.
Oh,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
They ain't want to jump in.
Yeah, he didn't want to jump in now, but now that I'm doing my thing, he want me
Terry
to do
do stuff
commercials
like
for his
that.
little
Doing his
beer
thing.
products and stuff like that.
He not doing his thing, but he's still local. He walked to all his shows.
He walked all his shows?
Walked to all his shows.
Oh,
The
okay.
most important thing is that I'm get there though.
That's true. So let me ask you this. So I mean, because I think we all have had flashes of doing certain things. Like I like people say I cut up. I know my man to my left. He definitely is always entertaining. He always did. Dawes had his own sense of me. Ruff got his own sense of humor as well. Who were some of your influences? Growing up, who you watch? Like, man, you know what? I think he's really, really funny.
To be honest, the first person I ever seen do stand up was Andrew Dice Clay.
Uh-oh.
That was the first person I ever seen.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah,
Dice was
Clay was rough.
Dice,
Yeah.
man, he just had the persona. My
Yeah,
boy
he
had
did.
on the bedazzled jacket. My boy was smoking a square. He
was clowning. Yeah, he was clowning.
Dice, man.
It was just funny to me. Like,
But
that
he took
character.
off, but you laugh, but he really took off and made a lot of money.
And he became bigger than life
Yeah.
during his time.
Absolutely.
And after him, the next person I saw was Sinbad.
Okay.
That was the next person I saw on stage was Sinbad.
Okay.
And I fell in love with Sinbad because he was just so funny to me, his storytelling method with no profanity.
Right.
He was just up there, just this naturally funny guy talking about real life issues. And I was like, man, but even still, I was never saying like, being a comedian was never on my mind, ever.
Okay.
I just fell in love with comedy, and then of course, as I keep watching, you got Bernie Max and Cedric the Entertainer. These are people I'm coming up off of. You know what I'm saying? Watching BET Comedy View, watching some more.
And it's funny you say that because that was big for us growing up, Def Comedy Jam. Comedy View, because it's a lot of people that, you can go back to when they first started.
Right.
A lot of people that ate off coming off, because I still remember the first Chris Tucker one.
Right.
And people, and that was probably one of the Bernie Mac. Yeah. The Bernie Mac was funny.
And he killed it.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
A legend.
Yeah,
in
that's
them
what I'm saying.
5-6 minutes.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
you heard the story behind that with the Bernie Mac.
That he was
He
scared.
said he was terrified.
Yeah, that was a true story. Yeah, I heard the true story.
Yeah, but then somebody before him
They
get
got
booed.
booed.
They got booed.
Right. And that's what they were saying, because he was like,
I ain't scared of you, mother.
and then he came and did when he did the raise your hand like you talking about, I
said,
what you in jail? Oh, I ain't telling my boy. I ain't telling my boy. What's your name, Paul? I tell you who did it. But like you say, I think that's the thing where we have, I think for black audiences, you got to deliver. And I think that's something that, it's like when you're
Ask everybody at the Apollo.
Yeah, even like the Apollo, like Ricky Harris spoke about it when he came on Def Jam. So they booed when he first got on. Boo. He didn't
It's
even
like
chance
black
to speak.
people come to the comedy shows with intention to boo you. They come like, this dude better be funny.
Right.
That's how I go.
That's how they
to every
go
one
in.
of your
That's how they go in.
But they
I go to
give
every
you a
one of your
chance
shows
when
like
you
that.
They don't give you no chance.
Really?
No, you gotta be no.
So when I was at the last show, they had the Caucasian American, the European guy.
Yeah.
I think he was funny. They gave him a chance. He was just different than what everybody was used to.
That was a good crowd. It was a fun-loving crowd already.
They gave him a chance.
And he did hit the stage with energy.
Yeah.
So if you give them something from the beginning to give you to make them feel like they need to give you a chance, they will.
Okay.
But you'll lose them quick.
Yeah,
But you gotta be identified. So let me ask you, so
tough crowd.
where do you draw a lot of your material from? Do you like get with the crowd? Because I know like D.L. Hughley clowns his audience. What he used to do. He come out and talk about what somebody got on. Robin Harris was another one that was really, really good at that. The late great Robin Harris was good at that. So I think, what do you do when you get out? You feel the vibe of your crowd, or you just, let me just talk about something? I think a lot of.
You want me to answer?
Sure, go ahead, Terry.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, he come out with his set. He already ready. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna
He
say,
already
you have your own
prepared.
set now.
He's already prepared what he's
Okay.
gonna do. You know, and he
Okay.
comes out.
That's cool.
He comes out and he delivers, and he does all right job.
You're absolutely wrong. What I do is, but you did a great job. I believed you because of the delivery.
He was prepared.
Yeah. I definitely fill out the room. I look around and see
Cap.
the difference in ages, or
Is it from club to club, or is it just?
Oh, every
doesn't
night is
matter?
different. Every night is different from club to club. You're always looking around to see who's in the room because you got
Women,
women, men, age,
hecklers.
hecklers. I've never ran into a heckler yet. I only feel like you.
Oh,
get
where's your
hecklers
next
when-
show?
Come on with it now. You can't win.
No, I'm not.
you
I'm
don't got
talking
no
to
microphone.
them.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
But like I was saying, you only get hecklers when you're not funny.
So let me ask you this: do you put people in your show, like when you have people sitting down? Because I know, like, me and my wife went and saw D-Ray at the Improv, and she was like, we were real close to the station. She's like, I know he gonna say, please don't. So he's like, anybody in here married? So I put my hand. He's like, why'd you do that? So he just went into something. And we conversate back and forth, but the vibe was cool. He didn't say that to crazy.
Right.
He just asked a question about relationship.
Right.
So do you do that? Like, do you interact with people when you?
I definitely interact with the crowd when I can, but I'm not picking on people or nothing like that.
Okay.
Man.
No, I mean, now if I'm in the middle, I've been in a spot where I'm on stage and I'm doing my little bit, going through my little routine, and I see something that might say, "Wait a minute, why are you doing that?"
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I
for
mean,
the most
that's
part-
you're not being malicious. Like I said, I know. Like I've seen some comedians, they come in and they just get on people.
and they know that from the door. That's what they came to do.
That's what I'm coming to do.
Because that's how they win the crowd over.
Right.
Someone, that's
So
how
you-
they get.
So
That's how
you
they
got on
get
something
started.
crazy.
Yeah.
You got on
That's how
something
they get
crazy.
started.
Looking. And then like I know who's a comedian the one they were late. It was people that were late one time, but he climbed up for like a good 5 minutes by being late. Like,
Oh, every comic do that.
Every comment, because especially if you walk.
If you walking right in and you in the front cover row, why would you do that?
Bernie Mac don't got on somebody for that before.
So is that a pet peeve of yours? Or people being late?
No, it don't bother me. It
don't bother you?
don't bother
Really?
me at all. Once I'm in on stage and I'm locked in, I'm tunnel vision. I'm just having a good time.
Do you find spots to talk to, or do you just find people? You just
I hear people say that all the time, like look over the crowd and try to find one person. Really, when you up there and them lights in your face, all you can see is the front 2 rows anyway. Anything behind the front 2 rows, you can't see nothing.
Okay.
So but once I'm in my zone, in my element, and I get those first laughs going, I just feel like I'm in the living room, just kicking it.
What's the furthest place you've gone so far?
I've been.
Oh, he got flued out now. Tell
Yeah,
tell the story when you got flued
Yeah,
out.
I got flued out.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that. Wait, hold on. Hey,
Come on. Now you let them call you local.
What's the
That means you
word?
ain't local then.
What's the word? Say it again. What's the word?
He got flued out.
He flued out. Okay, I'm learning.
He stayed in the dude house and all.
Everything,
Okay,
man,
so-
the chef and all. You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you go?
Where'd you fly,
I
Bob?
was out there to Houston, man. I went all the way out to
Oh,
Houston,
okay.
Texas, man.
Okay,
and,
to the Ward area. I know you had to be good because
yeah.
you came
And
back.
it's funny, man. It's funny.
You came. They
The guy-
shoot folks out there.
He had saw me here at the Improv a couple times, and he would always come up to me and say, "Hey, man, I'm bringing you to Houston. I'm bringing you to Texas." And I was like, all right. Then he pulled me to the side. And he said, "Yeah, I'm Pimp C brother." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right.
Okay,
I'm like,
yeah.
all right.
Free to pimp.
Yeah. So, he held true on his word. Brought me out to Texas.
That's our boy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Tim. Yeah, shout out to my man Tim out there.
Big Tim, shout out to my dog Tim.
Okay.
Hell.
Yeah,
And,
good
he
dude,
took
good
me out,
dude.
And lo and behold, we went out to a little spot. We walked in, the record player started, the DJ started. He say, "Shout out Chad, little brother." I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm with somebody for real."
Yeah.
And I say,
But he used to come through the barbershop, man, and it really he didn't come across like that. He wasn't
No,
like
he a
hey,
real
I'm
humble dude.
real humble, real
You'll
laid
never
back,
know, real laid
and
back.
Waldo put me to the side and said, "You ain't gonna believe who his brother is." I'm like, "Who?" He said, "Pimp C." I'm like, "What?" And he
Chad.
ain't have a shirt. I'm Pimp C brother. You know,
Nope.
he just
He
real
just
humble,
come
real
in,
grounded
chill,
dude, man.
real humble dude.
Yeah, shout out to my man Tim Hamp, man, doing this thing. He moved back, man, but good, solid brother, man. So
He moved back to A-Sign?
Yeah, he back.
Oh,
how,
really?
now, how long you was in Houston?
I think I stayed I just stayed overnight, 2 days.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But a good visit though, like I
Man,
say.
good visit though. He showed me around. We ate good. You know.
Oh, I
Kick
can
it.
imagine.
Yeah, we
I
kick
can
it.
Now,
imagine.
just a thought, side note, the Bucks do play in Houston next year. They travel out there next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when the schedule come out, but I told Dade City we got to make that.
I got to hit my boy Tim up.
Yeah,
Tim gonna roll out the red carpet for you now.
yeah. But that's why I think that's the beauty. Have you you've done shows? Have you done like college shows, like schools? Or
I
anything
have.
like that?
I did a show
boy,
at University
you got
of
some
Florida.
big ones, boy.
I done been to the University of
I heard
Florida.
the college kids are rough sometimes.
Oh yeah, you just gotta relate to them. They kids. We done been to college. We all got college stories.
That's
you
how
gotta
they
relate
rough.
to them.
Yeah,
that's how
that's
they
true.
I ain't never been to college.
You never been? Oh,
I
that's
went
right.
to FAMU homecoming.
No, you went to Gary Dog.
I went to FAMU homecoming. I've been there. That count?
Yeah, that count.
You been to family homecoming? Yeah, that
Can I
count.
get a half of credit for that?
Yeah, then you was the Abilene Christian hanging out with you.
Yeah, I used to play basketball up there.
Yeah, and then you was when you met TK them, you was up there to.
Yeah, but we was at 5 points. We wasn't that.
But but still, you was college. You probably had college ID. You had a college price.
Yeah.
So, that worked out. That worked out for you. Then.
I was close to it.
Yeah, worst place you've ever performed.
Wait, really?
I gotta ask. I mean, that's I gotta ask.
While
you.
people are watching, right?
That's cool.
No, I'm just saying we got.
you might wanna go back, man. Don't
No,
If it's the worst place,
I
you
ain't
don't want to
going
go
back.
back.
No, I ain't going back.
If
If it's the worst place, you
I
don't want
done
to go
came
back.
up since then. They'll never see me again.
He might have did a show at the Chip In, old school, yeah.
I done did it
He might have
all.
did a Chip In, Big Daddies, who knows?
I mean, they love me in St. Pete now, but I remember the first time I
Sit
went.
down.
I remember the first time I started doing comedy. I went to some little club over in St. Pete.
Was it Ike's?
No, I think it was.
Dang, boy.
I can't even.
I gotta
think.
call it.
But it ain't Ike's now.
It wasn't
Now
Ike's, though.
how Ike feeling if he watching?
You just lost a friend. Then you're gonna be
Okay.
blocked in the morning.
Okay.
And them boys in St. Pete kind of move a little differently too now. They
Yeah,
take
man.
it personally.
I did
over
a
there.
show over there, man. I was early in the game, and them people just looked at me like, "Who is this guy? Get him out of here."
How long were you on stage for?
Probably that was the longest 8 minutes of my life.
So you just
But
felt like
where
man,
was
this
it though?
It was in St. Pete at a place called man, what is it? I can't remember the name.
That's probably a good
the
thing.
Sands, the Sands, some Sands.
And were you the
Hotel?
main act or just one of the acts?
I was just one of the acts.
You said
Okay.
8 minutes, so
But you know, it was crazy. When I started doing comedy, I was like, I don't want to be like an urban comic.
Okay.
Just going
I was
in
about
and
to
just
ask you that
be
question.
urban.
Okay.
And I was like, man, you know what? Tonight I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna tell some jokes. And if they get it, they get it. If they don't, oh well.
When you
Okay.
said
That
you
didn't
like,
work out for me.
you
told
said you
jokes
like
ever
Dice
since.
Clay.
Yeah, and I said, you know what? When I get in front of these folk, I'm just gonna do what these folk like. Because, boy, it's tough, boy.
But if you're a storyteller, does it help if you're just I don't know if you rap or do anything else, but if you're a storyteller, real life sometimes is funny, even when it ain't supposed to be.
Right.
So do you?
But you got, like I told you, it was never in my plans to be a comic. So
Okay.
at this point, I wasn't tapped into just being me and telling stories.
Okay.
I was really trying to tell jokes, set up and punchlines and stuff like that.
Okay.
And black people don't want to hear set up and punchline jokes. We don't want to hear that.
Nah.
But let me.
Doesn't that make?
You
That
say,
would make
you
Dade-
say it's a
Dade-
family friendly show.
No, he said that.
I mean, we try to keep, but when you say storytelling,
Like Dave
Kevin
is
Hart,
great,
Kevin Hart is very successful.
and so is Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
I said, we don't like to hear setup and punchline.
Oh no, we definitely don't want that. Now we want you to come in and cut
We
up.
want storytelling.
We want you to come in and cut up. Yeah, we want you to come in. Yeah, we want you
And
to come
that's
in
how
and
I
cut
started.
up.
I was like, I'm gonna do set up and punchline jokes. I'm gonna
Oh,
try this.
okay.
I'm not gonna just be a storyteller.
You gotta have you have an
but-
intelligent audience.
Because
for
I
that,
never
though.
forget, there was a guy did a joke, Russell Peters, and he was on the Martin Lawrence. They had the First Amendment.
The First Amendment.
Okay, he came on the show and he said he did a show in Boston, and he said people in Boston call black people Mondays. So he said
Call 'em
they
what?
Mondays. They call black people Mondays.
Okay, like Monday.
Because everybody hates Mondays. So when he said the joke, but when he said the joke, nobody really caught it. So it's just like, well, like what do you mean? But I caught it. So I mean, and I think he came back from that. But like when he first did it, nobody caught it. So that's what I was just saying that to say, with like you talking about the setup and punchlines. When you give certain things, people be like, oh, I ain't that wasn't funny. I ain't get that.
Especially our people, like, well,
Right.
that ain't funny.
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta
again,
tell
yeah, so
me-
that-
you
yeah,
gotta
that-
tell me something.
We might
I
laugh at it in the
yesterday.
car on the way home, like it was kind of funny, but
Yeah, well, but that's even like I'm telling you what's funny. I laugh with Ruff. Like I'm old school. I can watch Sanford and Son.
And laugh
Like
every
I've
time.
never seen the episode
It's
before.
always funny.
And it's always gonna be funny.
Yeah.
And you tell me who else we like who else we laugh at? Who's always funny is Jackie Gleason on
Yeah,
Smokey
Jack
and the
Gleason
Bandit.
felt like say Archie Bunker.
And Archie Bunker.
that was my man coming up.
Archie is dumb.
Yeah.
Archie Bunkie was hilarious.
But see,
Every
like,
day.
and I think that was something like, even like it still applies now. And Fred came out in 72. But it's still to this day, you know, he's still funny to me.
Absolutely.
You know, because he called, you know, Rollo, Follow, you know, like Julio, damn Julio. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the boy. That's the boy. Leave my son astray.
Rollo and Follow. Yeah. So
And
let me ask you this. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say you talking about Archie Bunker and Fred and a lot of stuff they talked about was dealing with like racism and a lot of stuff they say back then you probably can't say today. Do you feel like pressure from not being able to say this, or
Great
if you
question.
say this, how they gonna look at you?
Canceling.
Man,
No,
you know
don't.
Terry gonna deliver?
No, I don't. Because being a comedian, that's the last form of free speech.
Yeah.
So you just got to deal with it. Like, I'm just saying, like a raw free speech.
That's why they got Kevin Hart off the Oscars.
Man, listen.
But Kevin Hart
Didn't Dave Chappelle come to his defense and say, you know, like you say, this is the last bastion of free speech.
That's it.
And if you come to a comedy show and you have a thin skin, you're coming there to disturb everybody else's ability to have fun.
Right.
Because you have to have a thick skin at a
Yeah,
comedy
and
show.
you got to come knowing, like, man, it's funny. The funniest things are in real life situations and those topics that we don't care to speak about in public. You going to a play, well, man, I know we finna talk
And
about this.
interestingly enough, even the topic to get people canceled today, with LBGQ, all that stuff anyway. But that stuff used to be the butt of jokes.
The butt of jokes.
Right.
And it still is.
In fact,
Yeah, it is. I went to
he
your-
says
I went
it
to
in the
your,
club. And he couldn't. I'm saying, name 50 actually said it.
Yeah, it still is. It still is. I don't see what's the big
Back-
problem. Because
to the back
everybody,
now, yeah.
everybody got somebody gay in their family, and we laugh and pick on them, and we still love them.
You-
Well, why not talk about it?
But I think something else too is that we live in a society where we're so worried about how other people see us. And I think that's the thing that is bothersome. Like you said, if you have a relative that lives an alternate lifestyle, that's their business. That's what they into.
Yeah, don't gotta
But
do
you
it.
know, but you have people. No, I don't want them around me. You know, I don't want them around me. Go somewhere. You know, and I think that's just.
But that's a different issue than him telling a joke about somebody who may have an alternate lifestyle.
I understand, but I think that what I'm saying. But I'm saying that to say, I think some people are so caught up into how they are viewed, instead of just, if that's someone's life, let them live it. But if you say a joke, the same way you talk about, you make something say about unemployed black people.
We laugh at it.
We laugh
Every
at it
day.
If it's
all the time.
See, the thing is, the joke still has to be tasteful or have some kind of
Merit.
substance behind it.
Okay.
And you'll find the funny in it.
Right.
You know, you just don't want to be the guy I'm bashing gay people. I'm bad. No, it can be tasteful. I got a lot of gay followers.
Okay.
That love when I tell my jokes because it's just funny.
Right.
It's not bashing them.
And they leave it right there.
And we just leave it
They
right
leave it
there.
right
You know,
there.
I'm not harking on them and my whole set about all. No, it's just, you know, it's got to be tasteful and it's got to be funny and you move on.
Right.
It's no different than a white guy going to a black comedy show and the black comic can make that white guy feel uncomfortable because you just keep talking about the white guy. Keep talking about the white guy. I hate that.
Yeah, but
The
it's,
white dude here for you, man. Leave
Right.
him alone. Let him
Right.
laugh and enjoy the show.
Now, let me ask you this, Marlon. Have you ever thought about transitioning to potentially television or something else?
That's the goal, really. That's the goal. I want somebody to look at this handsome face and say, you know what?
That ain't
That ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
Wait a
That's
minute. Wait a minute. I'm debonair.
Cap.
What?
Hey,
We
man.
was just in the store together and the lady told you I was more attractive than you.
Well, that's not saying a whole lot, though.
Tell
You right about that. You right about
I'm sorry.
tell the real story.
Man, we was in the grocery store and
Tell
I
the
was
real
sitting here
story.
telling this dude, I say, man, you was ugly as ever. Like, we was in the Publix. We really
in
going
Publix.
at it in the Publix. We got people laughing at us because we talking about how ugly each other is.
okay.
And he said, boy, I'm handsome. I'm fine. Women think I'm fine. And this lady walked by and he said, baby, am I fine?
She said no.
And she looked him up and down and said, yes, you are. And I said,
That's
what
all
about
he
me?
needed.
I'm
His heart was hurt.
I'm standing right next to this guy.
His
What
heart
about
was
me?
hurt.
And she looked me up and down and looked back at him and said, yes, you are. I said, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, he was hurt.
Well, she was Indian. She ain't know no better. She was Indian. She was an Indian. She ain't know no better.
She ain't know no better. Hey, we finna
I'm
get
gonna leave that
into
one alone.
hey, we finna get into our first break, man. We gonna get into our first break tonight. As you know, every episode we dedicate to my man Will D. He left us back in August, man. We still keeping the good fight going for you, brother. Check out his brand, Cigar Life, www.cigarlife.com. And before Ruff give his spiel, shout out to Mar Hamlin, man, released from the hospital today, man.
On his way home.
Yeah, on his way home, man. So that's a blessing. They raised almost $8 million for the toy drive, so it's good to see the country come together.
He's a good dude.
Like I say, we always have.
Man.
Yeah.
It's a shame it took what happened to him for it to do it.
For it to
Before
do
that
that,
happened, he
you know
only had like $232.
Right.
It took for the man to almost die.
And 8 cents, yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, to see divisive as we are as a country, as a people, to come together like that, it's a beautiful thing, man. So, Ruff, go ahead and let people know what you got going on, and we'll take our first break.
I thought this was the first break, but okay.
But you got he want to be a comedian.
No.
Marlon rolled off on here that he was a comedy too. Hey, and you got your open to that now, Marlon, so when you travel.
Not at all.
With you.
Not at all. By the way, I'm Greg, the officer of GD Non-Attorney Pro Se Consultants. We help people navigate through the court system. I have semi-retired because I have 2 cases in the federal court that I'm dealing with right now. One against the city of Tampa, a former judge who I didn't sue as a judge. So I'm kind of wondering, for those out there who may be interested to know, why is the Attorney General's office representing somebody who was sued in his individual capacity? Because our Constitution expressly prohibits using public funds for private reasons. And we have a couple other issues, and we'll talk about a little bit more. Check out my YouTube. Johnny T's going to help me out, but if you do need help, we do show receipts. You can go to gregdoss.com.
All right, give us a break. We're back in 2
Receipts.
minutes. We do not own the rights to this music. Go ahead. Jake. We back at it, man. So I want to thank y'all for kicking it with us on Chop Shop this evening. We got my man Dade Sid, my man AKA Ruff, and special guest Marlon Maxwell in here vibing with us tonight. So before we took the break, you spoke about far as interacting, getting with the crowds. You said you never been heckled.
No.
Okay. Have you had to correct somebody like, hey, let me ask you, if somebody's like on their phone just not paying attention? Does that bother you?
No, not at all. I guess I'm not big enough to let those kind of things bother me at all at this point.
Yeah, he not.
No, everybody too busy having a good time laughing, so I haven't had those problems. And you got people that come out to comedy shows and they know you funny. They just want to be a part of the show.
Does that bother certain comics though? That somebody's on the phone?
Some.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes the comics don't want to be filmed because you don't post it on your social media.
Okay.
They traveling the country telling these jokes and they don't want nobody to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but
those are fresh jokes. Yeah, they don't want nobody to hear the next.
Definitely understand that.
Right. But I haven't had the problem with hecklers, man. Everybody too busy people laughing, too busy laughing.
So do you use the same jokes? Like I know some comedians will go out, you'll go to their show, and then it'll be 6 months, a year later, you go back to the show and it's the same show. Do you recycle some of your jokes?
I definitely will use the same jokes. When I first started doing comedy, a guy told me, he was saying, man, every time I see you telling new material, you telling new jokes. He said, I got to get hard for you. I said, yeah, it does, because you got to constantly come up with this new material. He said, don't do that. You got to tell the same jokes over and over and over because the joke is never completely finished. You're always working on the joke. And he said, when you telling this joke here, you're going to go to a whole different room. These people haven't heard it. You got to tell it again. And you're going to find ways to make it better, shorten it up.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this. You tell a different variation of the same joke.
Or the same joke until it fits, and you finally say, this is the one. This is how I'm going to deliver every time.
Now, let me ask you this, Marlon. Where do you draw your motivation, like real life interactions, say with your family, with work, past experiences?
Everything I talk about on that stage is me. Is 90% things that I've experienced or going through, I've seen. The rest of it comes from a story I may have heard Waldo say. I tell it like it happened to me. I use everyday material. It could be a trip to Walmart. It could be a trip at
that's definitely comedic relief right there.
Wendy's. Because I feel like these are things that I've experienced, everybody else experienced, and the best joke is they're going to be able to relate.
Right.
They can relate
be able to relate.
Tell them about the one you swung on the dude in Burger King.
So the whole world can hear it.
Oh man, I fought this dude in Burger King.
Wait, hold on. How long ago it was?
Yeah, that's when they came out with the Whopper, because I fought him in Burger King. Man,
how long ago it was?
Man, I fought this dude in Burger King. What is it, 2023? This was in like 2011. That was the last fight. I hung up the gloves after that one.
So I'm just trying to paint the picture. Are you in the drive-thru?
No, I'm inside.
You inside? Or trying to order food?
I'm inside.
Go ahead, run it. Go ahead, run it.
I'm
running.
No, which one?
I'm at the Burger King right on Florida.
In Bush.
Oh,
okay.
Now, at this time,
was the CVS open then?
Yeah, the CVS was open. Now, at this time, I'm going to Ultimate Medical Academy.
Okay, right there behind it.
Right there behind it.
Old school, yeah.
So I got on the purple scrubs. I'm going over there.
You going to work?
Yeah, I'm going to get me something to eat, go back to class.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I'm at the school. People know me. I'm making people laugh, things like that. But every time I'm in class, I'm saying, man, y'all know I'm the realest nigga living.
Right.
Okay.
My catchphrase, I'm the realest nigga living.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So, boom, we get to the Burger King. I'm in line. This girl jump in front of me. This black girl, she jump in front of me. And she hit the cashier with a bag of Whoppers. Just slung them on the little dude. Didn't I tell you no cheese? So it's me and the line full. The line full.
Okay.
It's an older black lady standing behind me. And I said, oh my God. And the dude said, I'm sorry, And she was like, man, she said, man, get my stuff right. I've been in here. And I said, baby, they're going to get you some cheese. I'm just trying to diffuse this and make her laugh. Right. She turned around and looked at me and say, you don't tell me how to spend my money on so-and-so. So I said, damn, buy some cheese.
Okay.
So the lady say, the old lady next to me, she said, boy, your people. I say, nah, baby, them your people.
Okay.
So I leave it alone.
You through with it?
I'm through with it.
Okay.
I go over to the soda machine.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting me some ice, get my beverage. When I turn around, I hit a wall. Boom! Ice and my soda went everywhere. I'm looking at some dude navel. And I look up slow at a dude. This dude look like Vernon Davis. Dreads, long, shoulders on top of shoulders. He got a mouth full of gold teeth. And he looked down at me and he say, so you in here disrespecting women? And I looked up in there and said, I don't even like women. So the girl come from behind him and say, yeah, what's all that mouth you had? I say, man, what you talking about? So the dude say, you gonna apologize to my girl. I'm gonna beat your ass all over this Burger King.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Invitation.
Now I was scared. Okay. Because he looked like he was gonna kick my ass all over the Burger King.
Okay. But you know what, though? When you have fear That gives you a sense of strength.
Right.
You hear me?
Strength.
Yeah.
So
But
when
some
he
got to
said
give.
that, some got to give.
I'm gonna tell you a story. Then go ahead.
Now, when he said that, a lot of things went through my mind right quick. I'm in here with these women who think I'm the realest nigga living.
Right. So you got to
So now I gotta live up to that. I gotta stand on that right
You got to
now.
stand on that.
Right?
Okay.
So I got these purple scrubs on, I got my glasses on, and he say, you gonna apologize to my girl, I'm kick your ass all over this Burger King.
Okay.
So I look at the girl and she look at me like, you better be the realest nigga. I look at her like, I'm about to show you. Right? So I take my glasses off and I say, well, I guess we finna rearrange this thing.
Okay.
So he say, what? So his girl say, come on, babe, he ain't worth it. I lose it. What you mean I ain't worth it? You would've got it. It's not worth it. No, I don't want nothing.
Now you ready.
Now you really ready.
So he back up like, what? So I done sized up the place. You know, Burger King got them little rails in there to go through the line.
Yeah.
I say, Marlon, when you hit him, he
gotta
got
hit
to
him clean.
flip over that rail. You got to make sure
clean.
he hit the ground.
You got to hit him clean.
You got to hit him clean.
Got to hit him
Plus,
clean.
Man, I must have summoned all the little strength I had in my body. I hit him, boom. And that man just, I said, oh, Lord, abort the mission. Abort the mission. Oh, Lord. So he ain't moved, so I grabbed him, and I rushed him.
Okay.
Boy, that man must have picked me up and slung me all in the soda machine. And we was moving stuff around. We hit the soda machine. Ice went everywhere. Soda went everywhere. People screaming. But in my mind, I say, I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
I done stole.
So you took off.
All I had to do is hold on to it until somebody break this up.
break it up. There you
Somebody
go.
break this
Yeah.
up. But I
Yeah.
don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Yeah.
Man, we was wrestling in that thing. We hit the ground. We rolling over on sun kiss and all kind of fruit punch and ice.
Yeah.
So I get on the ground. Now I'm in panic mode.
Okay.
Cause I can't let this big,
You can't-
massive
you can't-
dude
you
get
can't
on
let
top
it-
of me.
right,
It's
can't let it-
doomsday in here.
Right.
So we rolling over on the floor. I get on top of him. The girl pick up one of the boards and hit me on the back with the board.
Okay, she down for him.
And she down for him. So one of the little chicks, I didn't know she was down for me. She kicked her. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, I must be the real nigga. All right. You know what I'm saying? So she go to trying to go in his pockets. I hear somebody say gun. We jump up off the floor. The dude jump up. I can't make this up. He jump up. He throw his dress back. He spit out his mouth. I hit him.
Okay.
He spit some little blood out of his mouth. He say, hell no, ain't no way a nigga some purple finna whoop me. So I rushed him again.
Okay.
When I rush him, we get in the corner of the Burger King. I
Okay.
can't make this up now.
Go ahead. I got you.
I heard my mama in my head. She say, ain't no fair fight, baby. Man, I
Get one of them
must
poles.
have run up in that boy pants and grabbed on that thing. Ooh, I had to win.
You had to win.
Man, I went for the juggler.
Okay, you did the
But when
cat
I
win.
went down,
You did the money mic. You did the money mic
When I
on it.
went down there, he was so massive. I said, what is this? I literally felt myself wrapping up, bro. So he said, oh, he grabbed me. So we in the corner. I got him good. I'm grabbing him. He said, oh, he grabbed me. So his girl come behind me. She said, you gonna grab my man? I'm gonna grab yours. So she reached between my leg from the bike and tried to grab me, but I clamped down on her. Man, this was crazy. So the police end up coming, you know. So she's like, man, let's get up out of here. And this white dude was in there, him and his wife. And we standing there, and he said, oh, my God. He said, I got to give it to you. You held your own. I said, I had to. He said, because if it would have been me, I would have just apologized. And I said, that's the difference between where you from and where I'm from.
Right.
See, if I would apologize, that would have made me a sucker.
Yeah.
And it's a possibility he still would have swung on me because he thought I was soft.
Yeah, just on
GP.
GP. Just on GP.
And he said, man, you held your own, man. And I said, boy, look at here. And my wife came up there and she was like, oh my God, what happened? I said, I just got finished fighting that dude over there. Now she done look around him and say, who? I said, no, him. She told my boy, you better get in this car. Come on. Man, that dude was massive. Yeah, that was my last fight. I hung him up after that. I don't know how I made it out.
But you told a good. I mean, I think the thing with that, like you say, you stood. If I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take one. But at least I'm gonna fight. I think that's something that a lot of kids would. And I don't want to jump shut, but we got so much gun violence now
Insane.
in the city,
Insane.
and it's insane. But a lot of these kids, excuse my French, scared to take an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Scared to take one. I mean, and that ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, you come back from it.
You come back from it.
You come back from it.
Or know how to let it
You got
go.
in the little boxing league.
Yeah, I did get in a little boxing league. I tiptoed through it, you know what I'm saying? But that's only because you had a whole bunch of guys jumping out there in the boxing ring, never fought in their life. Don't look like they ever was no type of athlete.
You realize how long 3 minutes is when you get out and you get to the ring.
You definitely do. Yeah. But if you'd have seen these men and some of these guys who were jumping in this boxing ring
had no business in there.
Had no business in there. And it had me questioning, like, they say you kick ass all over the city. You don't even know how to throw a straight jab.
But I think something else too. There's a lot of guys
in the level of competition.
Too. And if you the bully, everybody's a bully till they get hit.
Till you get hit.
Yeah. Till you get hit. And I done seen a bunch of
change.
I done seen a bunch of so-called bears.
Yeah.
Get hit.
Yeah.
The whole game changed.
Yeah, it'll humble them right quick.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Because they ain't used to nobody hitting them.
Yeah.
Everybody always bow down.
Yeah, but like you said, but back to your story you said about fear, I would tell you a story. Like, and I laugh about this now. We was in 9th grade. I was going to North Fulton in Atlanta. I don't want to say the dude's name. He was a senior on our school bus. And he used to have a Yankees hat. Mm-hmm. So what he used to do every day on the way to the cafeteria was the old gym. So he put his hat out. You had to give him your lunch money.
Yeah.
If not, you're gonna get roughed up on the bus. So you had to make a choice. You gonna try to go around the other way.
You gonna be hungry, or you gonna take
be hungry, or you gonna take it. So just so happened, one day, I'm going. I said, man, I got practice. I said, man, I can't give you my lunch money. So we get on the school bus that morning, and it was so crazy. He sat in the last seat. Now we sit 3 to a seat for him. Because he sat by himself. I'm telling you, he was like that now. He was like that. I mean, small, he like 5'9", 5'10". We friends on Facebook now, but it's so funny. We one day he get on the bus and he said, man, you in my seat. And I said, man, I ain't finna stand up. So when he went to grab me, like you said, fear,
yeah,
I grabbed him.
Yeah.
And it kind of surprised him. He said, look, man, you got heart. You gonna sit on the inside. And I'll tell you, look, hey, we ride the bus. I look out the window like, Jesus, thank you.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you. Yeah. I ain't got no more trouble.
Yeah.
He said, look, man, and that's why I think sometimes a lot of people, when they situations come up, and not to say you got to be Mike Tyson or anything like that, but
you just got to show you got some heart.
Yeah, show you got some heart.
Those same dudes turn around and they end up being your best friend, or they be likable, or they humble themselves.
But that was the world we lived in.
Yeah.
Now, right. I don't even know how to. You hear about the 6-year-old boy that shot the teacher?
No.
In Newport News?
Mm-hmm.
I put it on Facebook. Yeah, a 6-year-old kid came to school and intentionally shot the teacher.
So how are you that mad? How are you that mad?
How do you
in the first grade?
The craziest one to me was the dude shot his mama over the video game.
The 10-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Killed her. He killed her. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And he in jail asking about where the rest of his games at.
Man, this guy.
You ain't got to worry about no games.
No, because his grandmother said she don't want no more parts of him.
Well, how could you? He killed my child.
Right.
And he asking about the video game. He ain't asking where his mama at. He ain't asking what happened to my mom. He said, what y'all did with my game?
Yeah, he ordered games. The mom didn't know about it some kind of way, and then, or somehow he didn't get what he was supposed to get, and he actually shot his mom when she was asleep, killed her.
That's crazy, man. But I think that's something that we definitely got to try to curb this violence, man. Because even like you said, with what you do, your gift, you spread joy to people. And it's such a crazy world that we live in. So I just, I always try to give people their flowers while they here. So, kudos, salute to you for what you do.
I ain't doing all that. Nah, you straight.
Hey, I told you about sharpening that. That don't look good at all.
The tension.
Yeah, but I think that's something you got to try to curb, man, because it's getting out of hand. But let's get back to, like you said, with your comedy. I want to ask you this. This is kind of funny to me. You said something about being on television. If they did a made-for-TV movie about you, who would you want to be you?
Who would I want to be? Me?
Who would you want to be you?
Probably Morris Chestnut.
I knew that nigga was going to say that, bro. He swore he looked like Morris Chestnut, bro.
Luke Cage. What's my man who played Luke Cage? Yeah. Any sexy bald head brother with a beard. This cream.
Have you seen the new Best Man?
I did. I watched
Chetler is clowning. He is
a trip on that. He
all the way live on that one.
All the way live. Yeah. My boy jumping in the pool naked.
Yeah, he like last before he got married. He cutting up. He last for real. Up. So you want to be Chestnut? Who would be your love interest? Who would be?
Who, mine?
Yeah, yours.
Oh my goodness. Megan Good. Sanaa Lathan, any of them.
Any of them?
Any of them.
Can't be Sanaa.
It can't be her.
No,
Why can't it be her?
I said that.
What that
Oh,
mean?
you think y'all in a relationship?
You saw that?
Oh, y'all got
He got
going.
he got offended. You saw that? He got
Can't be
offended.
her.
That's
Can't
what
be her.
oh, okay, that's what she be when she
Okay.
be picking up the
Yeah.
call. Okay.
Okay,
There
hey,
you go. No,
he
I'm
sound
with-
like he
I'm
sound
with
like he sound like stupid baby boy.
Yeah.
He real possessive, right?
Yeah, it can't be
Got
her.
my boo pregnant.
You got to show her. You got to show her.
You can have me alone or whatever. She lonely.
I need Megan Good. Though. I need her. Good God, I need her.
So
You
what
people can see you, right?
when you
That's fine.
he don't care. He want that.
Yeah,
He
I
making
need
that
her.
known.
Man, as soon as I get this little money, good.
So when's your next show?
Actually, right now, man, I'm working on. I just left the Improv about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And Waldo was there 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I pulled up on it.
And I actually went out this weekend. I was gonna try to jump on some time, do with Benji Brown. So I'm working on some upcoming events. I got something coming up probably in February.
Man, keep Dade
you
City
have a
post and
you
we'll
have a- you have a
definitely share it.
Facebook
Yeah, I got a
page or something?
Facebook. I got a Facebook page, an Instagram page. Marlon Maxwell, comedian Marlon Maxwell.
Okay. So let me ask you, and it's a lot of. Do you ever feel like you ever been somewhere where you felt like a celebrity? Like I know you local. You the man. Like you been somewhere like okay, yo, come through, Marlon, right this way. So like been to a club or something like that.
Man, it's funny. I've had some moments like that, and it's like, man, because I done often said I'm finna give up because
Okay.
this comedy thing hard. But like you said, I might go to a Walmart or to a club, and people like, man, that's him.
That's him.
And I'm like, man, who are they talking about? This is a true story. I was in 7th and Grove.
Okay.
I was in 7th and Grove.
All right.
And these two guys was like, man, that's him. Man, that's him. And I'm like, what they talking? I'm looking for who was him.
Who is him?
So the dude came over. He said, hey, man, didn't you do that show with Ha Davis? And I say, nah. He said, I told you that wasn't him. He said, man, he lying. That is him. And I said, man, that's me. He said, I told you that was him. Man, you funny, man. I knew it was you. And he was like, man, this the dude, man. I've been trying to find you on Instagram and everything.
Right.
So he said, man, let me get your Instagram.
Okay.
I gave him an Instagram, and he said, hey, look here, bro. If I hadn't seen you firsthand, I wouldn't even follow you. I said, what you mean? He said, man, you got 182 followers on here. He said, you was extremely too funny to have on the 182 followers, but I'm going to follow you.
And I want to get into that too. Do you say in Tampa, and we talk about music, we talk about entertainment. I don't know what it's going to take for somebody to crack that egg to open Tampa up to the rest of the world.
As far as comedy?
Just
In general, entertainment in general.
Well,
whole
I'll
entertainment.
tell you now, like the music, if I don't know y'all, the young generation of music is actually like kind of hot right now. It's a lot of young artists that's in this area that's
Bay Area, that's
on
doing well.
the verge of just blowing. Like that's going to probably go nationally with
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I know we got a couple artists doing some good stuff in the city, but like we had Remy Rowe come on. Rowe came on.
Shout out, Ro.
Yeah, the week before they did the Thanksgiving weekend with Adina Howard, Sunshine Anderson, and he was the opening act. And he was just saying we don't have entertainment attorneys. We don't have those type of attorneys here in Tampa.
Au contraire. Intellectual property, attorney Life Malcolm.
Okay, well, I mean,
Shout out Life.
You giving us some. I listened to what he said, and I was like, oh, okay. And I thought that might be it. Because I go back with my neck, my back. I ain't supposed to be in here tonight, so I'm thinking like, okay, hey, because Rated, I was supposed to be in that video. I knew I was going to be in that video.
The closing one.
Yeah,
Rated
I was
R
supposed
was
to
the
be in that
closing
video.
one.
Look at, hey, we had a CD shop on 56, man, and Rated came in because I was so crazy back then.
Yeah, man.
He said we're gonna do the first scene at the shop. I said I'm gonna go get me a raised jersey. I'm gonna go get me a lighter jersey, be like Snoop was in the What's My Name video. I'll be on top of the building with my hiking jersey on.
Man, I just think it's hate. I think it's hate, and people just want to be the front runner instead of putting all their chips behind somebody who will open the door, and then hoping that they're gonna turn around and open the door for everybody else. I think like you gotta. Everybody can't be Kevin Hart.
Right.
Everybody can't be David Ruffin. Somebody got to be happy with being just a Temptation or a Plastic Cup Boy.
But even like I'm gonna get into what
Like
Dade
Otis?
City. Even like what Dade City and his lady do when they do the event every year where they bring black people, entrepreneurs together. That's a beautiful thing. But to me, that's something that just like you spoke earlier, everybody want to be David Ruff. Everybody want to be Ralph.
Yep.
Everybody want to be the guy holding the mic. But somebody got the doo-wop. Somebody got the two-step.
Somebody got to
Play your part.
Play your part.
Play your part. And I mean, I never forget, like, Randy Brown was saying he had the best time playing Michael Jordan because all he had to do, he play with Michael Jordan.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I ain't got to do nothing. I play with Michael Jordan. I'm with him.
I'm good.
I'm good. He said he's had to ask Mike for tickets.
Yeah.
For people to come to the game. Say Mike got all the tickets. So anybody want the tickets for the Bulls, they had to go through Mike. Mike, can I get two? Can I get two for the game tonight? You got to ask him for the tickets.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
that is
but that's like you say. But you part of the band.
But at least I can get some from Mike, though.
Yeah.
I can get some.
Yeah.
And I think if on all levels of entertainment in the city, if you get behind each other and, and help each other, then I think the doors are open. The doors are open.
I know Sloan. I know Sloan been at it for a while.
Yep. Yeah, I was with Sloan.
Shout out Sloan, good dude, man. But like
Yep.
I said, I think that's the thing that it's too much of wanting to be that guy, so just being part. Be part of it.
Be part of the big picture.
But you don't have to be the guy or the person in order to support you. I mean, I can't tell a joke, but if I see you doing something that's
But it's
But now, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna say
help
one
build each
thing. Marlon got support. Marlon got support. If you go like the event we went to at the Improv, it was Sloan event.
Okay.
But if you go there and look, everybody was there for Marlon.
okay.
So the other comedians, I don't know where they came, I don't know where they from, but everybody was there to see Marlon. So Marlon, I ain't been to a show in one of Marlon's shows, and he ain't have people in the audience coming to see him, or he ain't have, you know what I'm saying?
So I remember Rob Session was getting his feet wet with it a couple years ago.
yeah.
I don't know if he still do it, but I think it's so many people in Tampa that just provide comedy. They just funny.
But I think a lot of it is the promotion of it too, though.
Absolutely.
So
And
it's like,
why
But
I'm
that's what I'm
into it.
saying. We can get behind that and make Tampa can make him whatever blow up. We have enough people here. We got 1.5 million
Right.
in the Hillsborough County area. I don't know why we don't get behind and support people.
But see, Rob was even talking about doing something like a Tampa comedy night where you get different comedians from Tampa, get a venue, and get people to come.
Right.
But see, my frustration is that I think sometimes we live in a world where people follow, okay, well, they doing some, okay, I'll go.
It's like a fad versus
Right, it's a fad. So it's not that, okay, this is a good comedian, I just want to get out, check him out. So it's like that, everybody has their own group of following, and then that's as far as it goes. It don't go no further.
Do we not understand that we create analytics?
Right.
If
Absolutely.
Like I just added you here, but the reality is, you look like me. How I'm not going to support you. That may be a different discussion, but I'm biased, and I'm unapologetically. Next time you somewhere, I'll be there. And if not, 2 tickets on my behalf will be there. We really need to do this because we support things that we probably shouldn't support.
And I got a couple friends like that. I might not make it, but here go the money.
And that's, and like you said, that's the beauty of it. So it's not about, I mean, we've done stuff, gave away, fed people, go to Conan and Wingstop. We did that for about 4 months last year on Fridays. Just in this about just getting interest. We were doing trivia, just asking questions. Somebody asked the question, you go here or go there. So, but it's about support, and that's the thing that Tampa fails miserably on.
And I was about to say something. You said in Atlanta you can go platinum. Why can't you go whatever it is in Tampa?
And one time this guy told me, he said, you know what? When somebody feel like, in our community is funny, I thought about it. He said, man, if somebody know that they paying for you to become a millionaire, for you to be successful, they'll stop doing it because they know you finna take off. That's hate.
Here go. Now, Heavy tell me that all the time.
That's hate.
I'm telling you something funny. Bruce, okay, started in the dope hole of Mechanicsville, okay, telling jokes. Out there with the dope boys, telling jokes. Somebody told him, hey, man, you could really do something with this. And he went, he didn't look back. But that's why I say, but I think the mindset is you got to have people that are for you and want to see you win and not upset as you take flight.
Right.
Like, there's no expectation. Like, we come, let's say, okay, we support your show, you take off. Hey, well, look, Marlon, you got a show, man. I can get in. You gonna let me and my lady come?
Yeah, he
What
ain't
I'm
let
doing
me go see Keenan when
No. You
I
can't.
was supposed to go see Keenan. He ain't let me.
No, you here to support me. This is not about Keenan. Keenan
Yeah.
already a
I
millionaire.
seen you. I wasn't trying to see you, bro. I was
See,
trying
that's
to
what
go
I'm
see
saying.
somebody that was
Exhibit A, here we go
funny,
right
bro.
here, Exhibit A.
I'm trying to see
Terry.
somebody that was funny, bro.
Terry.
This is crazy.
See that, Terry?
It's crazy. But you know what? That's
See that, Terry?
I
Change
might-
the name to Terry on the show, not
Yeah,
Dave.
people
Change him to Terry.
People don't want to support you so they think you done made it. I could put up a flyer right now to dance. I'm going to be at the Improv tomorrow. It might get 100 likes, 10 shares.
Yeah.
But if I say I'm about to be in Atlanta at this, it'll get 1 million likes and share it all crazy because they think you done did
You
it.
did
Now they want to
somewhere
do
else.
it. And then when I come back and do something here, they be like, oh, we coming. Because they only want to mess with you when they think you made
they
it.
want to be a part of
They wanna
something.
be a part of
And that's what I keep trying to.
They
And that's
don't
what I
want to
keep
grow
telling
with
you.
you. They don't necessarily want to grow
We
with you.
definitely have to do better than
They
that.
just want to be
And
there
that's what I
when
be
they
because
think
that's
you
what's
made it.
happening right now. People be on what's happening right now. It's like the microwave society. If you what's
Still.
going on right now, okay, I'm on that. But just like you said, if you were somewhere, and I mean Atlanta, they have nights, several different comedy clubs within
All
the city.
throughout the week.
All throughout the week.
They don't have that here.
We don't
We
have
don't have
that
it here, but the reason we don't
Wednesday
have
night,
That's it.
Friday and Saturday.
right, but the reason we don't have that here because people have not been. It's a.
That's not true.
I'm telling you, but I'm
Whatever you
telling
about to say, not true.
Yeah.
We don't
The
have
reason
it.
we don't have it here because we don't have anywhere else to do it. There's
Okay.
in Atlanta and New York and these meccas of comedy, they have comedy clubs that you can go through Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, they showed the one in L.A. when they were doing the Def Jam. They
You
would
know,
show how they would come work
Here in
out.
Tampa, you have the Improv. They have their open mics. That's
Right.
where you want to be. Is
Right.
Core, is
What about
right.
what's it called? Whiskey North?
Whiskey
No,
North.
not Whiskey North.
That's not a comedy club.
That's not a
That's
comedy
What's
club.
the one?
What's the Laugh
one?
Factory?
Is that the one off of Fletcher?
You got
and
side
Delivery?
splitters.
Oh no, that's
Side
side
splitters.
splitters, and you
Side
have
splitters.
side splitters.
I've been there.
Me too. I saw Ryan Davis there. He gave a great show when we saw him. Yeah, we was
But you
together with
know,
him.
you only got those
brought
two
me the
places
water.
that, you know.
Really?
If other than if somebody is locally saying, I'm trying to host something once a month.
Wait a
or-
minute,
You used to have Sean Wood. Shout out to Sean Wood. You know,
S. Dot. Shout out
S.
to S.
Dot.
Dot.
He used to do something. You know, damn near weekly.
Largo.
Yeah, it's like a distillery or something like that. They do an open mic. You got to try
restaurant.
or a restaurant. But locally,
That
like
makes it a small venue though. Well, all these places are small. All these places are small venues. But I'm just thinking, cause I've been to comedy shows a few times here, but now I'm reflecting. You're probably right. It's improv and
Yeah.
what y'all call it?
and side split.
Side splitters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
you
But I mean, but that's something that I think if people had a genuine interest for it, like I said, I don't know how many people out there trying to get their feet wet doing comedy. But just like you said, if you did a show, you'll get the likes and the shares, but how many of y'all coming?
It's comedians in the area too. it's a lot of
quite a
comedians.
few.
It's a lot of comedians in the area.
And me personally, I think I probably could host a show. I probably could do something every month and get good numbers.
Could you all travel together? You think, or do you all have to travel? Or do, in other words, if it's the four of us, can you just take us three with you, or are you not to that place yet where you can say, okay, I want to come here and bring three other guys from Tampa with me? You think that would work, or is that just too difficult in that industry?
I don't think that will work right now per se because I'm just not that.
You got to
No,
be.
but I'm saying
You'll have to
I'm
be
just
like
saying, there's nobody who can say, I'm gonna send you, Rob, what's his name,
Sloan.
Sloan, and just anybody else.
Goldie.
Goldie, I'm gonna send y'all to Atlanta. I'm gonna send y'all to. I'm gonna give y'all 5 cities because I got that connection. Nobody's ever tried to say let's do that to give y'all just some notoriety. Even if you came up under somebody, like when I saw Corey recently, there was some people with him that I had never even seen before, but I think he brought them along with him. Y'all
You talk Corey Holcomb?
Yeah.
But see, Corey's on a larger scale.
Yeah, he's been on TV.
He's
shows.
established. I'm saying, no disrespect to Marlon, but I think there's a lot of
Nah,
times.
you can disrespect him. It's cool.
Anyway, but I'm saying, like, we saw, even like when Gary Owen came, I've seen D-Ray, they had opening acts with them when they came and performed.
Those guys are local, though, right?
No, they were with
bring
them.
them.
They with them.
Okay.
So they probably like homeboys, you know, okay,
y'all.
y'all come out and give you 5-10 minutes, get out here and say something, get the crowd ready for me. You know, they go out there and do that. But I think is just like Marlon was saying, there's something else we may have to do is say, they say Waldo's so disrespectful. I say, yeah, that's Terry. We're going to change the name, start there.
Terry.
Terry. I like that. Marlon said, yeah, Terry. We're going to stick with Terry.
Yeah.
I like that, Terry.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, but I think something else too though is that you might have to old school it, and I mean we could try to get this going for you, chitlin circuit. Hit some of these small towns. Hit them in small towns like
But the small
Ocala.
towns gotta have a venue.
But they got American Legions everywhere. It just matter. You just really not. I'm telling you, if you get plugged in with people that live in that city,
That's the
Lakeland,
hard part.
Right before COVID hit, I was traveling with a couple comics that I knew, and we came up with this thing called Fake Famous. And
Okay.
That's how I got in doing the show at UF, at the University of Florida. And the guy was in the fraternity there, so he was like, "Let's go on this tour."
Okay.
All three of you comics, 4 comics, and I'm gonna use my fraternity. Reach out to these different cities,
Right.
to help me find a venue, and we'll hook it up. So we started doing that. We went to University of Florida. We was in Jacksonville. We went to I think Charlotte. We was in Carolina.
Okay.
And then COVID hit.
All right.
So it messed
Slow
us up.
everything
It messed us
down.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people started doing their own thing. And we never got back to it. So it can't happen as long as you got the pieces in place to do that.
I really believe that, because I think comedy, and then now you sit back and think about it. The Kings of Comedy tour was groundbreaking. Because that was something that was never done. And you did the Queens of Comedy, but now Chappelle does his own thing, Cat Williams does his own thing. But you got the comedians now that get out, like you got D-Ray, they might get with Earthquake, and they kick it, they go on tour and stuff like that. But I think it'll be, you hit these small towns because they want entertainment, like I said, like a Lake Wales.
Yeah.
I can definitely get you in Dade City.
Dade City.
I know you can get me in Dade City. They got a little barn out there. I done been out there. You ain't even know.
Nah, you told me you went out there.
Yeah, I went out there and set it on fire out there.
You did?
Yeah, killed them little country.
How many good crowd?
Good crowd.
But that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I think that's something that.
Yeah.
But like you said, and then what you're doing, you're working on your craft as you go, because Dade City, they will come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
got nothing else to do.
Small town ain't got nothing else to do.
Lady L.
The barber?
Yeah.
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 That's what I'm saying. So small town, like you could even do something like, okay, hey, I'm gonna start out here
But
Dade City.
we gonna need you to step your social media game up. We done talked about this.
That's really the platform.
We done talked about
really
this.
the
now.
difference in the game right now.
I'm telling you, know what's
I'm
funny?
old school,
But
so
don't you
but I'ma tell you
don't
something.
you give up some of your material though when you do something?
that's my thing.
No, you don't give up your material. You just
Bruh.
But guess
talk
what?
over another video.
Country Wayne is eating.
Yeah.
Okay, off social media.
$1 million man.
Country Wayne ain't did no shows.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he started doing them now. But I'm talking about when he first started 5-6 years ago, he was just doing something on Facebook.
Man, he just been doing those little skits. Now he been eating off that.
And he done took all the way off.
Yeah.
And he done took off. Like, they got a new dude. They got the Coach 30.
Coach 30 be
Coach 30 is not really a comedian. He just be on that clown.
Coach 30 clown.
Yeah, but then you got the new dude, Lou Young.
Lou Young.
Lou Young is
He
a fool.
a fool for real.
Lou Young is a fool.
Yeah.
Lou Young did the Ike and Tina skit. Then he did the one from.
Then he did
from
Michael
Caleb.
Jackson from the
He did
5
Michael Jackson.
Heartbeat.
500. But he did the one where he was every character. His girlfriend when Mary J was okaying. Was it right? No, Ghost.
When it was on.
Go when they talk about them, your daddy.
Yeah.
They sit at the table.
They sit at the table.
But I'm talking about, you talking about funny.
Man.
He was like 3 or 4 characters, but like that's a talent. He do his thing. Like he walked not
that's
be like
talent.
Dion.
I don't know if Marlon
He be
can
cutting
count.
up.
You know, that's been one of my things too about social media. Social media to me, like, you have to compete with so many people, so many other
But
comments.
you don't though.
You gonna let me express my thought? This is
Go
my
ahead.
thought.
Go ahead.
You have to compete with people on social media doing videos, people who don't even want to be comics. They just funny. They just get on there being funny.
Right.
And me as a comic, I'm looking at this stuff like, that's material. Well, I'm gonna exhaust my material because everything I'm gonna say on this camera or do on this camera is gonna be something I can tell on stage. And I done been with some of these comics and perform with them on stage, and the same videos that they done put that the world done seen, they'll get right on stage and tell those same jokes. And the crowd will be like, man, I seen that. We was expecting something else. I ain't gonna say they don't have anything else to give, but they haven't.
Right.
Once they get on that stage. Now see me, I'm gonna get on stage and, man, you funny. Now they just wanna see me be relevant
Right.
on social media. And that's hard for me because my material, I don't want to just throw it out there for free. Or if I put out a joke, the next thing you know, it's somebody who well known using what I put out.
And you get nothing for it.
And I ain't getting nothing for it.
Yeah.
Because can you copyright? You can copyright a joke, can't you?
I mean, I don't know. Just because I said it don't mean I ain't. Somebody might look at me and say, you ain't come up with that.
And that's what
as soon as I tell a joke and they see somebody on stage tell the joke who famous, if I tell a joke and Michael Blackson said it on stage, they going to say, that's Michael Blackson joke.
Right. But
Right.
I forgot one of the comedians that kind of went in on somebody say they took Mark Mark Curry said Steve Harvey took some of his stuff.
I heard that.
And was like really like mad, like confronted him, like, you know, hey, you taking my stuff before this like pre-Steve Harvey show.
Yeah.
Before he even said leaked up. So it's like 94, 95, and he was like, you know, yeah, Steve was taking his material.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm sure they had people when you do shows, they got people listening to see what you're saying.
Yeah, they can hear you when you're talking on the stage. They can hear you.
Oh yeah, they
Right in the same business, in the same building. They can hear you.
and they go right on and tweak your little bit up and take off.
Has anybody ever used one of your jokes? Have you heard?
Yes, all the time.
Are you serious?
All the
You can tell I look
time.
on his face and he don't like it.
All the time. I was in the building, walked in, and dude was on stage telling my whole set.
Did you say something to him?
And I didn't even have to. It was some young ladies in the front say, them Marlon jokes.
No.
Say, them Marlon jokes. And the dude was like, these ain't Marlon jokes. And they had seen me. They say, Marlon standing right there. And the dude was like, well, let me bring y'all next comic on stage. Because he
real?
knew he was telling
You
my
mean
jokes.
the host was doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The host was
The
doing
host
it.
was doing that. And then he came back to me and he said, man, what's
wow.
up, man? I shook his hand. I said, man, I understand. I'm pressure out here.
I don't.
I'm
Well,
pressure out here. But what can you do? I ain't going to get enough for swinging on him.
You don't get a charge.
That's
Now, you
all
gonna
I'm gonna
press
get.
it.
That's all
Now
I'm
you
gonna
in-
get.
Now you in jail.
You know, that's just the nature of the business. You got to keep being funny. Somebody going to take your material. I'm not going to get mad at you, man. You can say it. I can't stop you.
that's wild.
There's
That's
nothing I can do
wild.
to stop you.
But it's got to be a code. You know, it's just
It
like
should
is a code, but
You
everybody
should
don't
be able to
live
look
by
at
the
yourself
code.
in the mirror
I'm thinking-
knowing you telling somebody else jokes.
Yeah.
That's
And
supposed
I
to
know,
be the code.
I know when somebody taking my joke because that ain't nothing I made up. That happened to me. I'm
Right,
telling you
right.
something that happened. I know it ain't happened to you too. I know it didn't happen to you like that because this how it happened to me.
it wasn't the Burger King story, was it?
I ain't told that one yet, but I'm
Okay.
finna go on and put that out there.
Yeah.
What you just did.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on and freshen that up, fine tune that up.
That'd
That's
be-
Waldo's favorite story.
I'm taking when he told her to hear you tell it's like you paint the picture like I can see myself in line
At that Burger King.
at that Burger King, like
Yeah.
that fight.
That's it.
Man, they here fighting.
That's his gift. That's his
That's
gift.
crazy. Like,
To be
I can
able
see
to tell a
myself
story.
call it.
And that's what
he a
got me on
straight
stage.
Cap.
You know,
That's all
my
he do is
fans
cap.
love to hear me tell the story.
I can see
Imagine-
myself call up
and
going
you
back.
fit it.
Yeah.
And you fit it.
Hey, I can see myself going out of my car, calling my wife, say, you know, man, we couldn't get there for real. They was here fighting. And she'd be like, what, friend? I said, yeah, they got the fight. I couldn't even get no
Man,
food.
Marlon and his man, you know, come on, bro. You know how Marlon
I'm really
is.
living.
I'm the really one living.
With
But
the purple scrubs on.
with them purple scrubs on, boy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that
it
is
was.
definitely crazy. Oh yeah, before we get out of here, man, rapping with Ryan, she done gave us our picks. She lost the Cowboys, but won with she won a show enough. Well, actually, she lost and she won a watch out with Detroit. Detroit beat Green Bay.
We all won.
Say what we all won, and then she got
so thank you. I remember that.
and she had the Chiefs too. But she said for her this week, she got the 49ers as her show enough, and her watch out is the Ravens beating the Bengals.
49ers gonna lose.
And her Super Bowl prediction is Buffalo against Philadelphia. So before we get out of here, I'm gonna go to you first.
You want to go to me first?
And I'm gonna go to Ruff because Ruff he gonna analyze and break it down before he do it.
Why are you on me first?
Well, we get you out the way. So who you got? What's your Super Bowl prediction? You just pick who you got going. We got to pick who's gonna win. Who you got going?
Explain to me. I heard the question.
See that? Marlon, he want to open up for you, man.
No.
Marlon, he want to open up for you,
fine,
man.
come on.
No, I'm thinking about it.
I can tell you right now, it's the Bucks
It's the
versus
Bucks-
whoever.
The Bucks versus
Don't matter.
the Bucks.
Y'all got the Bucks going
The
back.
Bucks versus don't matter.
Versus
matter.
it's versus us and DeMar.
Don't matter.
It's the Bucks versus DeMar.
No, because that's a neutral site game, so I'm measuring it. It's gonna be the Bucks and the Bengals.
No, it's gonna be the Bucks versus. They going to the Super Bowl.
We going.
They gonna roll him on the field, the AFC Championship game, all that. They pulling out all the stops, bro. They going to the Super Bowl.
They may have him in the suite for the wild card game because they play Sunday and
Because
one.
they already saying he
already
getting right.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already home.
So
I don't think the NFL is gonna let that happen.
Yeah,
what you mean? He ain't gonna play.
But he gonna be.
But they put him in the suite. They put him in the suite.
Oh, you say you're gonna be out there?
Oh, he ain't playing. He gonna be in the suite. They'll put him in the
Oh, yeah,
suite.
yeah,
They say they gonna roll
He'll
him
be
out.
I said they'll roll him out there. He ain't playing
Yeah.
in the game. He do the coin toss or
He
something.
even be on the sideline.
Yeah.
You have him
But
come
I
out there
think
do the coin toss.
I like Buffalo out the AFC. And no disrespect, guys. Them 49ers gonna be hard. They're gonna be tough.
They finna lose this week.
Oh, you got the Giants beating them? I mean, you got Seattle beating them? You got Geno no beating them?
They're gonna lose to
But you ain't
Seattle.
see what Geno been doing. Geno done got revived.
You know why? You know why I think San Francisco's going to win?
Go ahead, talk to
Going to
me.
lose.
Go ahead,
It's
talk
hard
to
to
me.
beat anybody 3 times in the same year. So I went back and looked at the number. And then I looked at the fact that they beat them twice. The number don't make sense. Definitely ain't gonna cover.
Well, you don't think they cover to 9.5?
Never.
Okay.
I said never.
Okay. Well, like I say, one thing about like the late great Cooter Patterson said, who played with Tonelli, the game got to be played. Can't call in sick.
Yeah.
So we will see. So Marlon said you cranking back up in February, man.
Yeah, I'm
and,
cranking back up in February.
I'm telling you, I really
us know.
think
Keep
I
us-
really
I
I'm saying
will.
let us know. I sent you a request on Facebook, but I definitely think
Yeah, he needs
that
friends.
circuit,
Yeah, he needs.
that
I mean-
Dade City, like how long ago was when you did Dade City?
Oh man, that was years ago.
You got to get back, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you like
get
you
back.
did. You could do Dade City, Brooksville. You can even you ain't got
They coming from Dade City and Brooksville.
But that's what I'm
do a
saying.
show.
You could do Hernando, Pasco. I mean, you could. And you ain't got to stay out all night. You can go do a 45-minute set. Come on,
I just
back
came
home.
from overseas about 2 months ago. I had my first show overseas.
Where were you?
I was
St.
over there in
Pete.
St. Pete.
Okay.
I was over there in St. Pete. They love me over there, boy. You know.
Hey, dogs, I'm sucking it up too. Like, where you were? Like,
I'll wait for the punchline.
yeah, where you were?
Yeah.
He's overseas. Okay.
Yeah, you know that's a lot of water out there. They ain't
Yeah,
no pool.
that's
That's the
right.
sea.
My wife,
Yeah, they ain't no
don't
lake.
want to do it. She's not like getting over that bridge.
I'm telling you, that's scary going over that bridge to me. I roll my windows down when I be driving over there, just in case something happen.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, man, Dade City, what you got going on? I know you got the big game Monday night, MLK.
Oh yeah,
Cowboy Bucks.
We live Bucks game Monday night, man. I just want to say, shout out to my wife, man. Shout out to my wife. I love her to death. Thicker than cold peanut butter.
Wow.
Y'all be entertained too on social
Facebook,
media.
boy, they
Yeah,
is
y'all be
hilarious.
cutting up too now. And y'all be a good opening act because y'all relationship
I put all
conversation
our
be
business
funny.
out there on the stage.
You put all y'all business out there too. You definitely do that.
They've been practicing this. They want to go on the road and do some old couple thing. I see what y'all got going on. Y'all throwing it out there on social media, but y'all really on
It'd
that.
be an interesting gimmick.
Yeah, y'all
But
on
see,
that
and
little podcast.
I'm gonna tell you something, Marlon. Dade City's energy is nothing like it. And I tell people all the time, I met him getting my hair cut.
Yeah,
And it was just so funny to me because I said, this dude is always clouded.
always.
He bothered everybody that come in the shop. And I was just like,
That's not true.
I said, and he
That's true.
realized, like I said, he be clouded. He bothered everybody.
Everybody.
He bothered everybody.
Everywhere he go.
I'm telling you this so funny story. I had my nephew now is 12. When he was 2, he gave my nephew, I think, $2-3.
Yeah.
And whenever he said, you got that money I gave you? And my nephew be like looking like, no, I ain't got it. And then you feel like, man, you got the money I gave you? Like, what money?
Yeah, that's really not what he do.
And he be cutting up like, that's my dude, though, man. Like, his best man at my wedding, he was late, but that's another story.
Throwing
So-
Terry.
Yeah, Terry. So everybody got Georgia tonight? I think they on right now.
Bro,
Yeah,
we ain't asked you nothing about all that, bro.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Squid, before we get out of here.
I take a dog over a frog any day.
Okay.
Any day.
Squid, anything you want to give to the people?
No, I want to say thank you to the producer over there for inviting me on the yard sign.
Oh, yeah, Torres had a birthday, man. Happy birthday,
Yeah, and happy
Torres.
birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
So, and I'll concede that he was right about it didn't take the 75 or whatever I thought it was going to take for them to find a Speaker of the House. So I'll just say it on our show that he was right. I thought we'd still be here today trying to get this clown the half plus one, but he got it done.
Okay. Dade City, any shout out you want to give Marlon before we get out of here?
Shout out to my uncle. He just made bail today this morning. Shout out to my uncle, man. Driving with a suspended license.
Okay.
I'll be over there in a little while, man, to put that paper tag on for you.
Okay.
Shout out to my mom. She just had a birthday today. My mother, she just had a birthday today. Shout out to you, mama. I love you. That's pretty much it, man. I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here. Thank y'all for having
And
me.
Megan Good, too, right?
And Megan good. Good. Lord have mercy.
You and Megan.
And
That's it.
Sanaa. That's my side.
I ain't hear
Oh,
that.
I just shout out to King's Care, man. Y'all check it out, kingscare.com.
That's a wonderful product.
Hey, amen, brother.
That's a wonderful product. Boy.
Hey, you know, I forgot something too. Tomorrow, Terry and I will be
Going to the school.
front and center at the
Yeah,
school
from
board.
schoolboy, yeah.
And if anybody out there can give me you can go to either gdnapsey@gmail.com And anybody wants me to say anything about your school, let me know. But one thing we're going to definitely find out is why our children had to be taken to their games
By their
coaches or parents.
And why is a coach coaching 2 high school teams?
JV.
One
and,
coach.
Yeah.
No assist.
All this
That's not
construction, I don't want to hear Hillsborough. I'm telling you ahead of time, Hillsborough County, we're not coming to hear any excuses.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Too much construction.
Yeah. So, Tori, if you don't mind, let me recognize the sponsors before we get out of here. So I'm going to put them up. I know it's a lot, so I want to try to just make sure I got everybody right. I don't want to miss nobody.
You'll miss it.
Start with, we already did GD Nash. He gave his spiel. We can shout out. He right here to my left. You hit the next one for me, please. We done did Elevate Design. Yeah. You see we rocking right now. I got my Pray for DeMar. Elevate Designs.
He has his. He didn't give one to everybody.
Okay, anyway, Auto Repair Center. Check out my man Carlos, 813-443-4730. Carlos right now is a Eagles fan. He's an Eagles fan right now.
The Eagles this week.
The Eagles and the Bills.
Well, he can find
Okay, then
somebody
also my
else
man Wingstop, man. Hold up real quick. 4 locations, 23-48, Florida, Highway Florida 54, 813. Go back for me that tour rig because I don't want to mess up now.
Can't, hold on. It automatically just
It cycles through.
Okay. So they got 4 locations in the Bay. We got one in Lutz, one in Wesley Chapel. We also got one in Fowler. That's where it all started. They also got one on Bush. So check them out. Like I said, good groceries.
56.
Go get that lemon pepper. So what now?
56.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
that's
56.
your boy Randall, ain't it? That's
No, Marcus.
Marcus.
Marcus
yeah,
McCann, yeah,
Marcus
good dude,
McCann.
solid brother,
Solid
man. So,
dude,
yeah.
solid dude.
Good dude, man. So we're going to go and get out of here, man. Like I said, I want to thank everybody for checking us out tonight. So Marlon Maxwell, like I said, you family, man. So you definitely more than welcome to get back on here. But we definitely going to rap with you about that.
And you know what's
Yeah.
crazy? He is actually family.
I am. We just found out.
We just
For real?
found out.
He got folks in Dade City, too?
Nah, he ain't that type of family. Nah, he.
Oh, okay. But he did a show at Dade City. He killed it.
Yeah, he did. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll bring you back, man. We'll get you down there again. Man.
Definitely let us know so we can come out there and support.
Now we're gonna be
you.
off. We off next week for King Day. So when we come back on the 23rd, the Bucks still be playing.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, they may have a game that weekend, so that'll be NFC
be 2
championship
wins.
game.
Yeah.
So the Bucks still be one of the 4 left.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
be in it.
Okay. I sure okay.
We're gonna be one of the last 2 left.
There'll be another game left.
Playoff time.
That'll be 1 of the 4. That's championship week. The games be Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Okay, so you be down to you're
Playoff
down to the
time
4.
in full effect.
TB12. Okay, I know the city gonna be stupid because First Take is actually gonna be here that Monday.
Oh yeah.
Skip come here?
Yeah, no, First Take.
First Take. Okay.
Stephen A. Mike Irvin, they're
Yeah.
gonna be at the Tampa Convention Center. Mike might get down here Saturday though. Him.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
probably
I'm sure
get
he
Friday.
Y'all seen
He leaving after the show over with on Friday.
y'all seen Stephen A. skit
You know,
today?
Mike done been to Dade City.
Michael Irvin after them Cowboys.
For real?
Mike
Well,
done
they
been to
lost.
Dade City.
Come on, Mike been to the city.
Yeah. One
Okay,
of the Hamburg brothers out there, man. He came out there to the city.
Okay,
man.
I know he parlayed there.
Yeah, I think he had on like a mink coat. It was in the summertime. Had a basketball tournament.
Lord have mercy. Mike
He had on a
Irvin,
mink coat.
Mike the dude. So
Yes,
as I always
sir.
say before we get out of here, man, anybody want to be an artist, don't want to see the executive producers on the videos, on the record, dancing, come to Death Row. So like we always do, hey man, before we get out of here, man, hey, shout out to my grandma, man. She turned 96 years young today, man.
God
Friends with up
bless.
there in Hogansville, Georgia, man. Hey, I tried to call you today, but I know everybody calling, but I know I'm your favorite grandson, and anybody get mad, yeah, just fight me, because I'll be scared, but I am going to fight you.
Got to.
So keep God first, man. Love your family when you see us holler. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks on the
Peace.
23rd. Fred Spencer coming in, got a book on bullying. Definitely gonna get into that. So shout out Marlon Maxwell, Dade
Gang,
City.
gang.
Thank
Ruff,
you again for having me.
We gone. Y'all have a good night. See you in 2 weeks.